a theatre of dreams in the pantheon of Australian football, a cauldron of intimidation for travelling teams, and a stadium steeped in A-League's history. It welcomes back women's football for the first time since January 2019. For Adelaide, they come into today's game at the foot of the table, having lost their last 4 games in a row, and their only points coming against an equally winless Canberra United side. A big opportunity and a must-win for Adrian Centre's side today. And for Brisbane, can they answer the call and win their first game at Suncorp in 1,766 days? All that and more will be answered in just a moment. But for now, let's have a look at how the sides line up. For Brisbane Roar, Alex Smith, the new coach, is making his mark on this team and switching things up. The injury to Chelsea Blissett meant one of Brisbane's bright sparks this season. Sian Fryer has had to drop a little bit deeper. Kaya Stevenson has been dropped to the bench in favour of Ash Brodigan. But the big news, Matilda's World Cup hero Tamika Yallop makes her return to the starting 11. As for Adelaide United, Adrian Centre, he's been forced to make one change as New Zealand international Hannah Blake, who after being their top scorer was recalled to the Football Ferns, has had to be withdrawn due to an injury, but there is a more than capable replacement in Chelsea Dorber, who returns to the club from Chicago Red Stars in the NWSL. She signed last weekend and thrown straight into the fold. And Jenna McCormick, a hug for her former teammate. Jenna McCormick playing at Adelaide United last year. Usually you get the handshakes, but for a friend, you get a hug. Will that friendship last once the whistle goes? And of course, the Brisbane Roar wearing their special Indigenous kit. A great initiative, and Chelsea Dorber signed last weekend. What an addition she'll be to this Adelaide United side, who have struggled at the start of this season. 21 goals in 55 games for Adelaide United. And Alex Smith, his second game in charge of the Brisbane Roar. They lost last week against Western United, but the former Wellington Phoenix player now getting to imprint his ID and philosophy onto this team with a big opportunity. The officials for today, Isabella Libri, Misuk Park and Avril Beecham, the 2 assistants. And the 4th official today, Paige Malau Ajuli, her first game as an A-League women's official, just 19 years of age, from Townsville. What an opportunity it is for her. The 4th official for today, and Adrian Centre. He's had a good run at the helm of Adelaide United, but big questions being asked at the moment. Winless to start the season. And how amazing is this? The Brisbane Roar in a specialty Indigenous kit today. A First Nations round they're holding here at Suncorp Stadium. This the second of a massive doubleheader. Chad Gibson, their inaugural captain, a big part of the design for the jersey as well. It was highlighted in this week's A-League's All Access, where himself and both the CEO and COO featured heavily. Zach Anderson and Kaz Patafta. You can catch that on aleagues.com.au or the Keep Up YouTube channel. The men's side got the win just before. Can the women do the same? Just 2 players in the starting 11 remaining from Brisbane's last matchup with Adelaide United. Holly Palmer and Ish Norrie wearing the captain's armband today. Isabel Hodgson wearing the armband for Adelaide United. The Reds in a not-so-red white kit today, their second strip, as we are underway here in round 5 of the Liberty A-League, as Brisbane Roar host Adelaide United at Suncorp as they return to the cauldron for the first time in 4 years. And an early opportunity for them sits itself up for Ash Brodigan, who just drags it wide. A good early opportunity for the Brisbane Roar. Alex Smith now at the helm, wanting to imprint a more attacking philosophy at the club. Campbell Johnson here in commentary on 10 Play and Paramount Plus. Here is Palmer. Brodigan. It's won back well by Emily Hodgson. And a handball for Ash Brodigan. I know from speaking with Alex Smith, he's a big fan of Ash Brodigan since he's come to the club. She gets her first start under him. The former Newcastle Jets forward was impressed. Alex Smith in his early days at the club obviously was an assistant prior. Also spent some time as an assistant under Rado Vidicic at Melbourne City when he was in charge of the women's program. Rado Vidicic, no stranger to Queensland football, of course. Actually lives up in Queensland now after departing from the men's program for Melbourne City. Here's Norrie. One back well. Here's Janchevsky lifting it towards Mariah Lee. And Jordan Silkworth's one of the best signings so far this season. Able to claim it. Has really impressed so far. Jenna McCormick just struggling to exit her defence. Holly McQueen able to help out. And seemingly, with the unfortunate injury to Chelsea Blissett, has meant Holly McQueen's been forced to play a little bit further wide than she would normally play. Seemingly in it right back today and driving forward was Brodigan. Here's Corbin, the American. Here's Scarpelli. All three American imports for the Brisbane Roar playing very well this season. Can they keep it in on the far side? Sian Fryer does so. She's marked up by Hodgson. Here's Yallop. How good to have a player of Tamika Yallop's quality and stardom back in the Liberty A-League. She breeds Brisbane Roar, does Tamika Yallop. What a player. And if you're wondering why the pitch here at Suncorp Stadium maybe doesn't look quite ideal, been a few contests there in recent times. Still recovering from that. And not an uncommon sight, it must be said. Here's Fryer. Either way, it is great to see the Brisbane Roar women's back at Suncorp, a stadium that's had so many big moments, not only for the women's program, but the men's program as well. Here's Janchevsky, the former Perth Glory player. Mariah Lee, the American, manages to make her way inside. Can't find a teammate though. Nanako Sasaki, such a pivotal player for Adelaide United, but that ball in behind for Chelsea Torba just couldn't quite find her. Hannah Blake is the club's top scorer so far this year, 2 goals. Putting together a very solid campaign as Scarpelli and Tegan Thompson unable to link up. Has really been one of their standout players. Apparently her knee pulled up a little bit sore after their last game. Nothing more as of yet, which is good that it doesn't sound all too serious, as they've already got a few injuries to Adelaide United. Katie Bowler with a foot injury, Zoe Tolland with a quad, and Amelia Murray, one of their brightest young prospects, out with an ankle injury. And as for the Brisbane Roar, they've also got injury issues of their own. Chelsea Blissett last week succumbing to the dreaded 3-letter word, ACL. And they've also got Mario Hecker, who's been out for quite a while, expected to feature and return this season. However, the Brazilian playmaker. And another unfortunate one, Grace Kualamu, the 16-year-old who scored in round 1, looked very impressive in the early stages of the season, wiped out with an ACL injury as well. You hate to see it. And a player like Chelsea Blissett was putting together such a good campaign. Wish them all a speedy recovery. A good opportunity for Tegan Thompson today, and at left back as well. Really plied her trade and earned her move into the Liberty A-League. She's a primary school teacher. Here's Tegan Thompson. Made a name for herself at Lions FC, as well as Capalaba beforehand. Shone for years in the Queensland NPL, and great to see the Brisbane Roar scouting the local leagues. Beck Kirkup on the bench is a fine example of that as well. Being rewarded with their first professional contract at the age of 30 on the bench today. Brisbane Roar tapping into the local market. And it may not be back to the rafters here at Suncorp Stadium, but it is a fantastic crowd. Double header. The men's side beat Perth Glory by 2-1 just before, and an opportunity for Sian Fryer now. Touch takes her a little bit too far, but she does keep it in play. Here's Palmer. Here's Thompson, delivering towards Tamika Yallop. Header dragging wide. Brisbane with a good opportunity on top of things at the moment, it must be said. As we have another look back at it, Ish Norrie pulling the strings as always, and Tegan Thompson, the fullback, bombing forward. Was asked to do a little bit too much, was Tamika Yallop. Perhaps could have brought it down with that much space in the box and that much time. Either way, promising signs. And it must be said, this Brisbane Roar kid is a thing of beauty. Here's Scarpelli, the former Sporting Lisbon player. Dorba, her first game back at the club. Mariah Lee was looking for the cavalry to arrive, and they just didn't do so. They maintained possession, though. Here's Janchevsky. The overlap from Hodgson. Cuts back inside and doesn't trouble Jordan Silkowitz too much. One of the standout keepers this year, Jordan Silkowitz. Won back well by Adelaide. In that midfield position, Sarah Morgan able to win it back for them, and a big challenge from Leah Scarpelli to thwart the attack from Alana Janchevsky, who shone so much at Perth Glory despite having limited minutes. Sasaki cuts inside. Looked to go herself, but just couldn't quite make the contact she wanted. A very heavily taped up right quad. Spent some time out with injury as Nanako Sasaki. But a very good player who as well climbed the ranks of the South Australian NPL and has shone since coming into the Liberty A-League. A quiet achiever, must be said. It's a good move by Tegan Thompson. Yallop chasing it down, does well. And just fouled momentarily by Dylan Holmes. Such a mainstay for this Adelaide United side is Dylan Holmes. Here's McCormick. Silkowitz joining the attack. It's given away a long way from home. Here's Mariah Lee. Silkowitz retreating, trying to lay it off for Chelsea Dorber. But coming to the rescue is Jordan Silkowitz, who takes the blame on that occasion. But a risky one from the Brisbane Roar. Perhaps Adelaide United could have had a pop from range, with Jordan Silkowitz almost playing up on her halfway line. They do have a crack this time. Alana Janchevsky, who loves a long shot, just can't quite put enough power on it. But Brisbane Roar, they've got to be tighter in possession, not give it away cheaply. They're doing exactly that at the moment. Here's Thompson. Norrie, great layoff. Sian Fryer putting a great campaign together. Has made 14.9 metres per carry from her 58 carries this season, the most of any player in the competition. Mariah Lee gets ahead, takes it around Silkowitz. The time they open it. Mariah Lee at Suncorp Stadium, her second of the season, and punishes the Brisbane Roar. The American on fire. Brisbane Roar far too casual at the back to start this game. Jenna McCormick just beaten, and not too much. Jordan Silkowitz could do a composed finish from Mariah Lee. And it gives Adelaide United the lead in a big game for them. And it's a former Stanford University player who makes the difference in Brisbane. A former Celtic FC player too, Mariah Lee. 6 goals in her 11 appearances for the Hoops. Even got an Old Firm derby goal against Rangers. And well, that's turned this game right on its head. Scarpelli, the American, threading it through. Yallop has Brodigan out wide, cuts back inside. Brodigan still can't keep the ball. Now the Fire lit under. The Brisbane Roar have to bounce back. A long time to do so in this game. Here's Norrie. Sasaki. Just playing at the base of midfield. Tonkin coming out of defence very well. Here's Hodgson. Janchevsky can't quite control it. Brodigan does well though, and just can't quite keep possession. It's not the easiest of track to play on. Very heavy underfoot today. Scarpelli not taking any chances this time. It's a good turn by Morgan. Wants help from her attackers. It's a good ball in behind and it'll hold up well. Hodgson delivering towards that back post, brought down by Dylan Holmes that time, who couldn't quite fashion a shot away. Mariah Lee at the back post, and Chelsea Dorber went down. A little bit of chaos And Chelsea Dorber's not happy about it either. A little bit of a collision in the box. And Chelsea Dorber feels she's been hard done by. Silkowitz. Here's McCormick. Brodigan giving away possession once more. Mariah Lee, great ball in for Chelsea Dorber. Can she get onto the end of it? And Jordan Silkowitz doing the job. It was a good run, as you can see in the replay from Dylan Holmes. And here's that contact. Both players coming together, McCormick and Dorber. And a very awkward one, it must be said. Here's Scarpelli under pressure. Good press from Adelaide United, and they win it back off the second ball. Here they go again, the Reds. They couldn't quite fashion a scoring opportunity from it. And that's been a big problem of the Brisbane Roar's season 2 so far. They're the only team in the competition yet to produce a big scoring chance, which is simply absurd. And we're now in round 5, and they haven't been able to do so. And on the other hand, only Melbourne City and Canberra United have scored more big scoring chances than Adelaide, who have scored 4 this season. And in fact, round 6. Here's McCormick. Only makes the statistic even more damning. Here's McQueen driving forward out of defence. Palmer trying to keep it for her side, but it's won back by Adelaide. Here's Janchevsky. Walvis. A very difficult one for the Adelaide United defence to deal with. Annalie Grove just ends up clearing it. But a miscommunication there could have been costly. Hodgson just putting it in a really difficult area between Walvis and Annalie Grove. And luckily, no breakdown in communication for Adelaide United. Here's Yallop. Brodigan able to pick it up. Near post flicked on by Mia Corbin. And very fancy from the American. And what a goal that would have been if it had crept in. This is good from Ash Brodigan, just not to get in the way, biding her time. And Mia Corbin did just about the only thing she could do in that situation. And if only someone was following it up at the back post, it'd be 1-1. McCormick does well. Palmer lifting it up for Brodigan, keeps it in play. And an injury on the far side. Dylan Holmes just down for the moment. Doesn't look in too much distress, thankfully. Hopefully nothing serious. Both sides will take the opportunity to get some hydration in. And Adelaide will be suitably pleased with their start to the game. Just a heavy collision. And landing perhaps for Dylan Holmes. Ishinori with the challenge, but nothing sinister. That's for sure. And Dylan Holmes, a big part of what they do. Has been such a key part of this Adelaide United side over the past few years, Dylan Holmes. Formerly played in Sweden as well, did Dylan Holmes for BK Häcken, who this week have been in headlines in women's football as they beat Real Madrid. Hayley Rasso's Real Madrid. Ivy Lewick, another Matilda, currently there. And it looks like it could be the end of Dylan Holmes' day. Hopefully not for her sake. Just 21 minutes into the game. She is up and walking though. But no, Sum's getting ready, so perhaps she is able to continue. Just mandatory to be put off the pitch and then brought on once the game's kicked back off. Holly McQueen to take this throw in to get us restarted. Another heavily taped right knee. She has done her ACL in the past when she was playing for Lions FC. She actually did it in the Kappa Women's Super Cup final when Lions were playing against Western Pride from Ipswich. And her mum, Pi Augustine, a big name in Queensland women's football, was coaching for Western Pride against her daughter. And great to see her back, playing for the Brisbane Roar after some time out. Holly McQueen. Yallop able to win the ball back after it was lost by Sasaki. Physical from Mariah Lee, and the foul is called. Leah Scarpelli, happy to see it. And that low centre of gravity from Mariah Lee, so strong. Shoulder to shoulder. Too much on this occasion, though. Here's McCormick against her former side. Norrie taking a strike from range. Just getting too much under it. Perhaps not what she was intending. Perhaps just wanted that ball over the top. See the foul there. Mariah Lee bringing down Leah Scarpelli. Two Americans going head to head. Here's Hodgson. Janczewski just perhaps not aware of her surroundings on that occasion. Such a promising player, though, is Alana Janczewski. Goal and assist this year as well, just 20 years of age. Already played 2 seasons in the Liberty A-League with Perth, as Sian Fryer unable to track it down. Not much she could have done about it. Alana Janczewski spent some time in the Melbourne Victory setup before getting her chance at Perth Glory, and was just struggling for game time a little bit last year. Decided to make the move to Adelaide, a little bit closer to home. The Bundoora United Junior, Melbourne's northeast. Here's Scarpelli. Brisbane, after starting so hot at the start of this game, really cooling down after conceding, perhaps slinking into old habits. Definitely a bit more defensive under their previous management. And now trying to play a bit more of an expansive style of football. The Brisbane Roar. Ash Brodigan just drifting offside on that occasion. Looked as if she'd got back. onside there where the ball's played. Not entirely sure on that decision. Either way, referee is in the best position. Perhaps the angle's playing tricks on us. Here's Yallop. Fryer looking to get past Hodgson, the Adelaide United captain. Here's Norrie. Under pressure from Janchevski, who's roaming around at the moment. Corbin holds it up well, turns the defender, takes the shot, and blazes it over the bar on that occasion. But that is brilliant back to goal forwards play from Mia Corbin. Received it with the defender at her back. Right here, turns young Ella Tonkin, firing it on goal. And can't force a save out of Annalie Grove. It's been a promising bit of play from Mia Corbin, a goal and assist for her so far this season. Americans scattered throughout this game, that's for sure. As is the case with every Liberty A-League game. A driving run from Tegan Thompson won't trouble Annalie Grove, who over previous years has been so consistent for Adelaide United, as it's won back very well by Holly Palmer. Brodigan, great ball in behind. Sian Fryer at the back post. Annalie Grove does well. Perhaps not struck with the venom and intent required from Sian Fryer. But it was a great ball and a great run. And Brisbane making their way back into this game. Here is Fryer. Sian Fryer, a twin herself. Lainey Fryer has played for many years in the NPL as well. Up in Queensland, played together a lot too. And that ball perfectly weighted from Ash Brodigan. And a little bit of a shinner there from Sian Fryer at the back post. Not making the cleanest of contact. Here is Fryer. Does well to cut inside. Sasaki with a good challenge. But it makes its way to Holly Palmer. Brodigan in a foot race with Emily Hodgson. Does keep it in play, but to no avail. A big addition, having Marushka Waldes back for Adelaide United. The Dutch defender, former Western Sydney Wanderers player too. And only 51 accurate passes to Brisbane's 117. A damning statistic at the moment, but also an indicator of the way Brisbane Roar are wanting to play, how they're wanting to evolve, controlling possession more. Alex Smith coming from the teachings of the City Group during his time at Melbourne City. Heavy emphasis on possession. A very good coach as Alex Smith took over Peninsula Power in the NPL Queensland in his first coaching gig. Took over mid-season with around 6 games to play. And they hadn't won a game, hadn't drawn a game, hadn't got any points all season. Managed to get a draw, although they did get relegated to the FQPL Women's. And the next season went unbeaten to get promotion back to the top tier, and have since continued their impressive form under Mick Gallo now at the helm of Peninsula Power. And the building blocks laid by Alex Smith, transforming that women's program, and he'll look to do the same here at the Brisbane Roar. Sasaki going down fairly innocuously, but thankfully does get back up on her feet. Here's Palmer. Brodigan making a very good run in behind, wasn't sighted though. Is laid off well, and Walders happy to thump it away. McCormick. Here's McQueen. Sasaki and Holly Palmer in a little bit of a wrestling match there. Holly Palmer worked with Alex Smith at Melbourne City as well when she was there, and during her first stint at the Brisbane Roar too. And Alex Smith was an assistant at the club. Here's McCormick. One back by Adelaide. And so too the Brisbane Roar. Yallop playing in midfield now. Sian Fryer cuts inside, going past Tonkin. Sian Fryer palmed away by Annalie Grove, not over though, as Emily Hodgson does clear eventually. And Ash Brodigan sees it away. A lively start for Sian Fryer. A great move, cutting inside and then back out. Did well to get the shot away. Annalie Grove standing up to the challenge. Physical from Jenna McCormick, and too much, says Isabella Libri. Much to the protest or inquisition of Jenna McCormick. And the discussions go on. It's a lovely flick from Janchevsky, a player who plays with so much flair. And it's given away too cheaply once more by Ishnori. Picked up by Dorber. Here's Mariah Lee looking for two, and fired into the side netting. The American. And once again, Brisbane turning it over in a less than favourable position. Chelsea Dorber did well to find Maria Lee out wide. Diving in was Jenna McCormick. They just couldn't find the inside of that near post. Mariah Lee. Here's McCormick. Yallop. Truly a Brisbane Roar great. Tamika Yallop. 8 shots in total for Adelaide United. 6 for Brisbane. And they're yet to breach Annalie Grove's goal. Fryer lays it off for Thompson. A good one too. Finds herself in a good patch of grass as Sian Fryer. Tonkin wins out. That does give it away in the form of a throw-in. Happy to not get beat though on that occasion, I'm sure. Is Thompson, primary school teacher by trade. And a fruitless throw-in for the Roar. Here's Grove. Under a little bit of pressure from Mia Corbin. But Fryer getting the last touch. Does see Adelaide in a safe spot for now. Here's Dorber. One back by the Roar. Brodigan. Early ball played in behind. Jenna McCormick able to see it away. Here's Lee. Does well to evade the pressure. Does well to maintain possession. Here's Morgan. Giving it away. Corbin making the run in behind. Fryer driving. Forward for Brisbane. Tegan Thompson. The fullback. Cuts towards the byline. Can't find a teammate. It is blocked by Ella Tonkin. And it will be a corner for the Brisbane Roar. A good marauding run from Tegan Thompson. Didn't bear any fruit though. Holly Palmer standing over it for the Roar. Just under 10 minutes till the break. Be a little bit added on. Not a massive amount though. Isabella Librick just having some conversations with Holly McQueen at that near post. Can the Roar bite back? At Suncorp Stadium. Haven't played here for 4 years. An opportunity off the corner. Here's McQueen. In fact, Holly Palmer delivering. Norrie. Scarpelli, Corbin, their first goal at Suncorp Stadium in 4 years. And it is Mia Corbin who does the business for the Brisbane Roar, her second of the campaign. And they level it, the three Americans, the three amigos, with a hug. It was a brilliant ball in behind from Scarpelli, and the American connection comes up big for Alex Smith. A brilliant first-time ball from the centre-back. And Mia Corbin punishes Adelaide United with a ghosting run in behind. It's 1-1. Two goals, two Americans on the score sheet. Just what the doctor ordered before half-time for the Brisbane Roar. Here's Thompson. Can they run with that momentum? Their first goal under Alex Smith. Another American too, it must be said. Scarpelli launching it forward. It's a good ball. Finds Yallop, the Matildas star. He's looking to cut back inside. Couldn't make it past Emily Hodgson. Norrie. A handball goes out of play regardless. Bit of an odd bounce for her. The Roar captain. And the handball is called up. Mariska Waldes to take. Janchevsky. A heavy first touch by Dylan Holmes. They do get the throw in though. Lee. Waldes back for Grove. Emily Grove sending it forward, but giving away possession in the process. Allows Raw to go the other way. Here's Brodigan. Blocked by Waldes, but they'll go again. Janchevski just happy to see it away. Move to Adelaide for game time, Alana Janchevski, and game time she has got. Repaying the faith at the moment. Mia Corbin can't find a teammate, however. Tegan Thompson dispossessed. Palmer. Given away. Dylan Holmes able to intercept. Here's Norrie. Fryer, a good turn. Tegan Thompson making that driving run forward for Brisbane. Making the most of her opportunity in the starting 11, Tegan Thompson. Sarah Morgan. A good opportunity for her, the former Perth Glory and Western Sydney Wanderers player. Getting good game time now at Adelaide United. McCormick. One back and gives away or draws the foul, even though Nanako Sasaki goes down. She does get a yellow card though, even though she pointed the other way. Isabella Libri. All parties confused at the minute. Perhaps the earlier foul is the one that was given. This one here from Mariah Lee, perhaps, and just the follow-through. Dangerous and reckless play from Jenna McCormick. What the yellow card is for. Bringing down Nanako Sasaki, and good officiating in the end from Isabella Libri. Credit where credit's due. Nanako Sasaki back up on her feet too. Holly Palmer standing over it, and the Brisbane Roar fans in voice. Great to hear, great to see. Palmer lifting it in behind. McCormick was able to get ahead to it, but it did come off an Adelaide United player last. Scarpelli. Good throw in for Mia Corbin, and it's held onto by Annalie Grover. Extremely tight angle for Mia Corbin. Perhaps hoping a teammate would be in the middle there, or Annalie Grove would palm it away into the path of a teammate. Here's McCormick. Scarpelli does well to evade Chelsea Dorber. Scarpelli sending it forward. Corbin does well to make it difficult. Palmer. A key part of Alex Smith's philosophy as well. That pressing, winning it in good areas. 3 minutes added on here at Suncorp Stadium. Mariah Lee gives it away. Tegan Thompson, 3 minutes. Can they add one more on? Great first touch from Tamika Yallop. Out wide for Sian Fryer. Marked up by Hodgson. Palmer. In fact, it is Tegan Thompson, the fullback. Scarpelli. Not the incisive ball she was after. Here's Thompson. A dangerous area for Brisbane Roar. They thought it was clear. They thought they were home and hosed. But just managed to hold up. They're not made to pay, though. Jenna McCormick able to steady the ship. Here's Scarpelli. Driving run forward from Tegan Thompson. Gives away possession, though. Adelaide United. Can they get one moving forward? And the foul given against East Norrie, perhaps for the aftermath. Mariah Lee seemingly going down of her own accord. But perhaps the foul for the contact after. As we have a look on the replay, East Norrie just going over the top of Mariah Lee. And sent forward by Adelaide. Ash Brodigan able to get a touch. Yallop. Palmer. An opportunity for the Roar. Here's Fryer. Marked by Tonkin, who comes to the rescue for the Reds. Having a solid game at the back. Here's Ella Tonkin, a 21-year-old. A young Matilda too. Here's Walders. Janchevsky. Here's Walders. Getting it onto a right foot, despite playing on the left-hand side of defence. Not as comfortable on her left. Marushka Walders. And that is half-time here at Suncorp Stadium. Both sides managing to hit the back of the net in that first half. Adelaide United opening the scoring with Mariah Lee before her fellow compatriot Mia Corbin levelled the scoring quite a bit later. They are tied at the break. It is Brisbane Roar 1, Adelaide United 1. And Brisbane Roar's first game at Suncorp Stadium in 4 years got off to a rocky start. Mariah Lee getting in behind and around Jordan Silkowitz. Napping a little bit, but what a finish for Mariah Lee. A tight angle, composure to go around Jordan Silkowitz and punish. Holly McQueen just unable to get there and clear it away. A great start for the Reds. And this moment here, Tamika Yallop was found out wide. Leah Scarpelli, first time ball in behind. And Mia Corbin, happy as you like, just to tap it home. A very good run, a very good ball, and a very good finish. American to American. And Brisbane Roar's first goal at Suncorp Stadium in 1,766 days. And here are the halftime stats. Brisbane A sign of things to come, perhaps, under Alex Smith with the majority of possession. Shots going either way. And the passes, the big one there, 241 to 170. A big second half to come here at Suncorp Stadium as both sides looking to gain the ascendancy. Big half. Stick around. It will be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Suncorp Stadium. What a way to round out the weekend of Liberty A-League action. Round 6 of the Liberty A-League. Both sides square at the break. Mariah Lee opening the scoring early in the first half before her compatriot Mia Corbin was able to level proceedings here at a famous stadium in Queensland. Brisbane's first time playing here for the women's in 4 years, and this was the opening moment from Mariah Lee. Got past Jenna McCormick, the composure to go around Jordan Silkowitz and punish the Raw. Exactly how Adelaide United were hoping to start things here at Suncorp Stadium. On the other hand, Brisbane Roar did get back into things, and they did manage to punish with Mia Corbin. Adelaide United's 8th first half goal conceded in 6 games, more than any other team. They'll be looking to bounce back from that in this second half. Sian Fryer, one of Brisbane's brightest this season. A good first half. Mariah Lee, Adelaide United's top goal scorer this campaign, alongside Hannah Blake, who's unavailable today due to injury. The football fern. And a big second stanza to come here at Suncorp Stadium. Adelaide United looking to win their first game since March this year. Their first win of the season. That's what they're hoping for. Brisbane Roar hoping and searching for their first win under Alex Smith, and their first at Suncorp Stadium in 1,766 days. Big stakes in this second half. Campbell Johnson here in commentary for a blockbuster Sunday afternoon fixture. Here's Palmer. Dispossessed. Corbin. Nishnori can't forge an opportunity. Does give away the ball too. They do well to stay on the ball. They do well to maintain possession, Adelaide United. Is Hodgson. Fryer. Getting plenty of attention from Dylan Holmes. Tamika Yallop has had a good game so far, if not a little bit quiet by her standards. But Sian Fryer in behind now, laying it off at the corner of the box, almost from Holly Palmer. It was a good cutback from Sian Fryer. And the young Holly Palmer can't punish Adelaide United, but that's exactly the run that Alex Smith wants, both from his winger and from his number 8. Sian Fryer cutting it back to that penalty spot, and Holly Palmer on any other day puts that away. Not to be, but a good start to the second half for Brisbane Roar. Here's Janchevsky. Dylan Holmes does well just to get a foot to it. Mariah Lee. Manages to stay on the ball, but only loses yards on that occasion. Tegan Thompson. Adelaide win it back only momentarily though. Remember, every game of the Liberty A-League season is available on 10 Play and Paramount Plus. And as well, Dub Zone, which is kicking off tonight. Once more, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. A dedicated women's football show. You do not want to miss that one. in this game, wrapping up the weekend's action. What a weekend it has been. A big Sunday, must be said. Melbourne City, with their win over Sydney FC, go top of the league. Brisbane at the moment, as things stand, sitting in 5th. And as well for Adelaide United, the current result sees them off the foot of the ladder. Canberra United losing out to the Newcastle Jets in a 7-goal thriller as Annalie Grove under pressure. Gives it away to Holly Palmer, can't do enough though. It's a good ball in behind. Puts Jordan Silkowitz in a difficult spot. Is Fryer. Come from an offside position, according to the officials. Although they get the play back underway, and a little bit of confusion perhaps among all parties too. The Adelaide United players going, "You said it was offside." You can hear the voice of Alex Smith there saying it as well. Perhaps to some of his players and staff saying, "What are you complaining about? It's their ball." There he is there, Kelly Croot in the background as well, saying perhaps Adelaide United have taken a few yards. Here's Grove. Waldes driving out of defence. Janchevsky thought for a moment that Rosetta Taylor was retreating, a half-time substitute. Those two just couldn't quite link up though. An awkward height for Marushka Waldes, it must be said. Does come away with it though, but the foul given against Ishnori. Dylan Holmes going down. You can see by that crisp white jersey, not so much anymore, has been in the wars. Ishnori just going into the calf there, perhaps, of Dylan Holmes. She will be able to continue, though. Thankfully for Reds fans and for Dylan Holmes. Mariah Lee strong on the ball. Potential foul from Holly Palmer, gets past her, though. A bullish run from Mariah Lee. Finds its way, Rosetta Taylor. Half-time substitute is Hodgson. Sasaki loves a shot from range, winds up this time. Can't quite hit the target though, and doesn't force a save out of Jordan Silkowitz in the end. We've seen her score from that kind of range in the Liberty A-League before. Nanako Sasaki hit it well, just couldn't quite get the dip she was after. Very central strike as well. Scarpelli sending it at some height. Physical from Ishnori. Palmer going down and a foul. Given away by Hodgson. Drawn well by Holly Palmer. Here's McCormick lifting it, looking for the run of Tamiki Yallop. Two Matildas trying to link up. Great turn by Sharp Fryer, can't follow up however. Isabel Hodgson strong for the moment. And Nanako Sasaki drawing the foul. Game getting a little bit scrappy at the moment. Here's Taylor driving inside. Was perhaps looking for the switch on the far side. Holly McQueen strong enough in the challenge on that occasion. Here's Norrie. Corbin. The switch now, it's a good ball. Sian Fryer, a good first touch. Saved by the foot of Annalie Grove. Can it be followed up by Holly Palmer? It's a great save by Annalie Grove. Does just enough to prevent her side from going down for the first time this game. Sian Fryer, it's a great first touch. Not a bad strike either. But Annalie Grove equal to the challenge that time. She's having a great game so far. It's won well by Mariah Lee. Here's Dorber. Adelaide going the other way now. Chelsea Dorber striking. And can't force a save out of Jordan Silkowitz. Blazed over the bar. In her first game back at Adelaide United, Scarpelli defending her. The strike not threatening enough for Jordan Silkowitz. It's Palmer. It's one back. Mariah Lee. It's a good run by Rosetta Taylor. And a swift response from Holly McQueen. Does enough to save her side. And here's a corner though. Once again, Brisbane giving it away far too easily in their own defensive third. Adelaide United pressing well to win it back in those areas. Hodgson laying it off short for Holmes. Sasaki. Back, it's a well-worked play straight off the training ground. Hit from Rosetta Taylor. And held onto by Jordan Silkowitz. Very well rehearsed from the Reds. Quick out of the hands from Jordan Silkowitz. Has willing runners in the middle. Backs herself against Emily Hodgson. Here's Fryer. Does very well to get past two. Tries to lay it off for Tamika Yallop, but just can't do so. But what a run from Sian Fryer. A spark of excitement in that attacking third for the Roar. Here's Thompson. Great ball in behind. Mia Corbin rounding Annalie Grove, who does oh so well. Another massive save from the Adelaide #1. Mia Corbin taking some inspiration from Mariah Lee. Looks to go around Jordan Silkowitz. I should say Annalie Grove. But too tight of an angle on that occasion. And Annalie Grove closes down the angle very well. And what a ball from Tegan Thompson as well. Must be said, it almost finds its way through. Palmer once more, delivering into the box, fumbles at the goal mouth and almost finding its way to Ash Brodigan. And a true goal mouth scramble. Bit chaotic in the box from Adelaide United. Falls for Sian Fryer Brodigan. It is cleared. Brisbane Roar making good opportunities for themselves in this game. Here's Yallop. Marked by Rosetta Taylor. Perhaps wanted Ishnori. He's able to find Scarpelli, though, who winds up herself and drags it wide. Adelaide Grove, what a game she's having so far. Leah Scarpelli. It was quite an optimistic effort, I think it's fair to say. You never know, though. Here's Grove. Brought down well by Rosetta Taylor. Here's Waldus. Sasaki. Janchevsky, great ball in behind this time. On the far side for Dylan Holmes, driving forward now. Great ball into the box, and it is cleared by the Raw. They do very well to clear their lines. A dangerous run by Dylan Holmes. They don't capitalise, though. Good ball towards that near post. And Tegan Thompson does well just to follow her runner in Mariah Lee. Jenna McCormick organising the defence alongside Tamika Yallop. Similar corner routine to what we saw just a moment before. It falls this time for Janchevsky and blocked brilliantly by Jenna McCormick. Kept the arms behind the back too. There was a slight protest from the Adelaide players, but no merit in it. Not a bad ball in from Nanako Sasaki, and it just fell for Janchevsky, who struck it so sweetly. And that's brilliant from Jenna McCormick. Aware of her surroundings, kept her arms behind her back, and put her body on the line for her side. Textbook defending in the box from the experienced head in this back line. Here's Tonkin. Janchevsky in a more central area now that Sarah Morgan's made way. Rosetta Taylor's come in. A versatile forward is Janchevsky. I think it's more of a 10 now compared to her first half role on the wing. Here's Holmes. Holly Palmer fouling Dylan Holmes there. That may be a foul too on Chelsea Dorber, and it is. Tegan Thompson giving it away, a little bit of a belated call. They do get the free kick though. Janchevsky standing up to take it. Tegan Thompson, sorry, just coming through the back of Chelsea Dorber, slightly catching her on the ankle. And now Alana Janchevsky has scored free kicks in the past. This may be just a little bit too much for her. Plenty of options in the box though. Lifting it in behind. Was looking for Mariska Waldus, the tall timber. But once more, just couldn't quite find her. Here's Yallop. Can she put Brisbane on her back? Shoulder the burden. Here's Fryer. A doubling ball for Adelaide Grove. was tough to judge. Either way, the flag did go up on Sian Fryer, so it wouldn't have counted. But this is really good from Tamika Yallop, able to get out of a tight pocket of space. And Sian Fryer adjudged to have been offside. But gee, she's causing problems for this Adelaide United defence. Having a breakout season, Sian Fryer. Here's Lee. Janchevsky. Big challenge from Tegan Thompson that time. And she will see a yellow card for it. Perhaps a little bit of frustration building up in the Brisbane ranks. Tegan Thompson, a heavy challenge on Mariah Lee. Dove in, cleaned up Mariah Lee. And a worthy yellow card for the school teacher. Janchevsky standing over it once more. Is this the opportunity for Adelaide United? Janchevsky towards that near post. He's cleared by Ishnori, but it will be a corner. Here's Janchevsky standing up to take the corner low towards that near post, brought down by Rosetta Taylor. Ishnori winning it back for her side, the captain. Can't quite get free of the Adelaide players, but does draw a foul. Probably the best result in that situation. Ishinori backed into a corner, and Mariah Lee just coming through that right leg, giving away the foul. Here's Scarpelli. It's one back, intercepted by Dylan Holmes. Streaming forward now, has options in the middle, plays the early ball. Mariah Lee intercepted very well by Holly McQueen. And it will take the last touch off an Adelaide player and be a Brisbane goal kick. Really good work from Dylan Holmes. Mariah Lee just couldn't quite make the most of it for her side. Early ball and the right one from Dylan Holmes. Trying to play that ball out wide for Chelsea Dorber. Wasn't to be though. Hodgson. Scarpelli clearing. Not the cleanest of clearances from Ella Tonkin, but it will do the job. Here's McQueen. Janchevsky, a good first time ball in for Rosetta Taylor. Manages to evade McCormick and have a strike herself. But it is held onto by Jordan Silkowitz. They'll look to form a counter quickly. Here's Fryer. Looking to make it past Hodgson, does very well, but it won't stay in play for Sian Fryer. About 20 minutes left here at Suncorp Stadium. Level pegging at the moment. And a player down to perhaps Marushka Waldes. Pulling up a little bit sore. In fact, it is Emily Hodgson who is down. Hopefully nothing major for her. Again, doesn't look in too much distress. Both sides will take the opportunity to get some fluids in, and as will the third side today, Isabella Libri. And how good has Adelaide Grove been today? 5 saves in today's game. Has really saved her side on multiple occasions. And it's not too far away now. But the A-Leagues are coming to Sydney. Both the men's and the women's Unite round. 12th to the 14th of January. 3 days, 12 matches, all teams. Get your tickets now. And blockbuster weekend of action in the Harbour City. Sure to be an absolute ripper. You don't want to miss out on the party, that's for sure.
Let's go, turn. Switch on. Leah, Janet, in. Let's go. Hey, beware behind you.
Tamiki Yallop, her day's come to an end. He's had a solid game so far and has been a key fixture since her return to the Liberty A-League. And for fans of the teams today, Adelaide United are taking on Canberra in Unite round on the Saturday at Leichhardt Oval. Last time those two sides played was a 4-4 draw, so absolute blockbuster stuff there, and directly followed up. Brisbane are playing Newcastle at Leichhardt Oval as well. Here's Mariah Lee looking to get past Tegan Thompson, who does very well to draw the foul. That time, Kaya Stevenson is now into the fray for the Brisbane Roar in place of Tamiki Yallop. Good opportunity for the youngster. And Ash Brodigan just unable to keep it in play. Into aleagues.com.au to grab your tickets for Unite round. It's going to be one hell of a party. Here's Corbin laying it off, but can't find a teammate. Here's Lee. Dorber cuts towards the byline, will look to cut it back. It's a good effort from Rosetta Taylor. But into the arms of Jordan Silkowitz. Really good stuff from Adelaide United. Chelsea Dorber in particular did well to get past Tegan Thompson and find a teammate. They just can't punish Brisbane that time. The confirmation of the substitution. Kaya Stevenson out on the park. McQueen playing the ball in behind. Here's Corbin. Manages to win her side, a throw-in. Here's Corbin once more. Looking to deliver, blocked well by Walders. It will be a goal kick. So must have taken a touch off Mia Corbin last, according to the officials. Adrian Stenter urging his side on. Plenty of instructions from the technical area at the moment. Still plenty of time to take the ascendancy. Here's Thompson. Scarpelli hoofing it away. Brought down well by Holly Palmer. Draws the foul too. Been one of those games today. Here's Scarpelli. Looking for the lifted ball in behind. Corbin does well to chase it down. We'll have Tegan Thompson for assistance. Here's Corbin. Still going, Corbin. Thompson, first time ball, back post, similar to the first goal. And offside once more called on the Brisbane Roar. There's a good ball in from Tegan Thompson. Ash Brodigan maybe has to do better there. Either way, offside was the call, so it doesn't matter. And a chance goes begging. And a really poor clearance that time by Ella Tonkin, not what she was after. Has had such a good game today, Ella Tonkin. Perhaps some nerves creeping in, final 15 minutes. Adelaide United yet to win a game this season. Does well to clear the danger that time. Plenty of shots for both sides. 31 collectively. Just the 2 goals across the game. Can Adelaide get one back? Can Brisbane get one now? Holly Palmer. Brisbane, their first goal started from the corner. Their 4th of the game now. Holly Palmer. Scarpelli can't quite make a clean contact with it. Feels like it's a chance gone begging. The American. Hannah Holgersen coming on now, the Danish forward. And making way, Ash Brodigan, who has been very good for the Roar tonight, this afternoon. Hannah Holgersen entering the fray against her former side. Played just the 1 game for the Reds before being sidelined with injury. Can she come back to haunt her former side? Spent a fair bit of time in Adelaide. Played with Adelaide City in the South Australia NPL Women's. Now with the Roar though. Here's McQueen. Here's Holgersen. Not the first touch of the game she was perhaps after. Janchevski does well to evade 2 Brisbane players. Just can't quite thread it through for Rosetta Taylor though. Just over 10 minutes to play here at Suncorp. Both sides need to dig deep in these late stages. Scarpelli almost with a costly header. Silkowitz aware to the danger though. Here's Holmes. First time ball looking for Chelsea Dorber. And Scarpelli able to clear. And here is that header, almost. Silkowitz in control at the back for Brisbane. Dorber. Stevenson right into traffic, but does well to avoid it. And Fryer can't quite find her teammate. Sasaki. Here's Holmes. Scarpelli does well. And it will be a corner for Adelaide United. The Raw fans willing their team on. 11 minutes to play. Janchevsky standing over it. Janchevsky delivering towards the middle there. And Sasaki, first time strike, the volley is blocked. Still alive for Adelaide. Rosetta Taylor, Mia Corbin sending it forward towards Holly Palmer, who's still chasing, putting the pressure on Annalie Grove. And they do win it back. But Fryer can't keep it in play. Shouts for a foul. Sian Fryer clipped, perhaps a little bit. Not given though, and another change being made for Adelaide. Emily Condon coming on. I believe Alana Janchevsky making way. A big day for her. An industrious performance from the forward. Here's Condon. Her first involvement cut out by Scarpelli. Has been with Adelaide for such a long time, Emily Condon. Brisbane do well to clear through Holly McQueen. It's Sasaki. Laid off by Dorber. One back by Brisbane though. Here's Fryer. Must be running out of juice at this point. A good run from Corbin. And it did take the last touch off her. A good performance from the American today. Good physical play from Chelsea Dorber. Holding off Tegan Thompson. Condon. Here's Lee. Such an involved forward in the build-up play today. A big day for Sian Fryer. Plenty of work. Brisbane as well, pressing a lot more than they perhaps used to. Taking a toll in these early stages, growing pains of an adapting system. Palmer is able to find Holgersen. The Danish forward delivering towards Corbin. And Annalie Grove able to claim it. And wouldn't the Brisbane fans love their side to have a happy return to Suncorp Stadium. Here's Tonkin. Sent long for Mariah Lee. Almost found her too, before being cut out by the Brisbane defence. Here's Walders. The Dutch defender. Here's Holgersen driving forward now. Can she get past Sasaki? Holgersen does very well on that occasion. Still alive for Holgersen. Palmer Those two battling, Holgerson and Sasaki. And a change being made as well. Jenna Holtz getting ready to come on. Chelsea Dorver making way. And Chrissy Panagaris coming on too. Emily Hodgson making way. Bit of an attacking substitution, perhaps, chasing the game in these final 6 minutes. And Jenna Holtz, a childhood friend of Mariah Lee, grew up playing together in their home state of Washington. Another American added to the fray. And what a game Mariah Lee's had. Here's Fryer dancing in the corner. Marked well by Hodgson. Scarpelli got the assist for the first goal. Can she do the same here? It's cleared by Adelaide United. Scarpelli. Thompson driving forward now. Manages to find its way to Fryer. And Annalie Grove not troubled. Holly McQueen getting the last touch that time. A thumping ball forward from Brisbane. Here's Walders. Jenna Holtz just unable to keep it under control. Here's Condon, unable to control it. Corbin sends it forward. No one waiting in the wings though. A scrappy end here at Suncorp Stadium. Can either side get on top of a foul? Drawn by Holly Palmer. In fact, given away by her. In fact, Sasaki. Here's Stevenson. Great ball for Holgerson. Couldn't find Mia Corbin though. That's well done from McCormick, but just couldn't quite keep it within her grasp. Holgerson. Walders happy to see it away. Miscommunication between Scarpelli and Stevenson. Tegan Thompson back for Jordan Silkowitz, and a player down in the process. Chrissy Panagaris still down. Play goes on though. And it looks as if Isabella Libri will call it up, and does so. Holding onto her head. Much of the dismay of the Brisbane fans. Hopefully nothing serious for Chrissy Panagaris. Here is the moment. That hard hit of the head on the landing. Nothing from Tegan Thompson. But the concussion tests will be done. When you see a player's head collide with the turf like that. Just the recoil as well. Hope for her that it's nothing serious. No concussion. As well, an asthma puffer being made available to her. going through the necessary tests of the Adelaide United staff. And she's only been on the pitch for a matter of minutes. Chrissy Panagaris, one of the stars of the South Australian NPL Women's. Spent numerous seasons at Metro United before moving to the Adelaide Comets. Scored 79 goals in 103 appearances for Metro United. And here it is, just off balance, and her head meeting the turf at some pace with some force. And they're just checking her neck as well. So you hope nothing spinal too. She doesn't look to be in too much pain, which is good to see. But hopefully it's nothing too serious for her. The 24-year-old. All the tests to see if she's got feeling elsewhere in her body. And the doctors don't seem to be overly concerned, which is good to see. And the time will be added on. And here is that first goal. Mariah Lee rounding Jordan Silkowitz. Very tidy indeed. She's had a sensational game. Has Mariah Lee, a part of everything for Adelaide United today. Linking the play too, not just scoring. A fantastic addition to this Adelaide side and the Liberty A-League. Well, Brisbane, they had an American of their own getting on the score sheet. Scarpelli playing it forward. Mia Corbin puts it away. A fantastic finish, a poacher's finish from Mia Corbin. Her second of the season. Scored a sensational goal earlier this campaign. And it looks like they will be making a change. But there's no outfield players left for Adelaide United. So could we see Claudia Jenkins change kits and play an outfield role? Would certainly be a bizarre one, but it looks as if that'll be the end of Chrissy Panagaris' day. But the positive, up and walking about. And Janchevsky coming back on. Perhaps allowed for medical reasons. We'll have to take a dive into the rule books. But Janchevsky coming back on, and it's got to be one of very few occasions where that's happened. And here's Alana Janchevsky. Allowed back on the pitch. And we hope it's nothing too serious for Chrissy Panagaris. And perhaps the fans not allowed to see a goalkeeper playing in an outfield role. We've seen Matilda's goalkeeper, Mackenzie Arnold, do it in the past for West Ham. Not to be seen here, though. Here's Palmer. A slippery deck for Tegan Thompson. Not the easiest of turf to play on today. Ballymore just a few weeks ago wasn't too much better. 6 minutes to be added on here at Suncorp Stadium. Grove just managing to clear it. Is Tonkin. Here's Silkowitz. Janchevski started the game, but it's now a substitute. Getting back in the action. He's brought down, though, draws the foul. Still got some energy in those legs. Here's Holmes. Delivering into the box. Can Adelaide get one back? It does. Soar over. The offside flag went up regardless. And we've had a little bit of confirmation around Alana Janchevski's return to the game. According to the rules, only in the case of a concussion can a player who has been subbed off be brought back into the action. And she is back into the action as long as all 5 substitutions have been made. Now, in the case of this game, Claudia Jenkins hasn't come back on, or hasn't come on at all, the reserve goalkeeper. But Alana Janchevski has been allowed to come back into the game. So perhaps some more clarity needed around that one. But a player down for Brisbane at the same time, Kaya Stevenson. And here is the incident. Brought down by Emily Condon. In quite a bit of pain instantly on that ankle. And once again, you hope it's nothing serious. Seems to be in a lot of pain. Kaya Stevenson, such a promising young player, talented young player. And she'll be making way now as well. That ankle in quite a bit of pain. Emily Condon making contact with it. I hope she has a speedy recovery, hopefully. Nothing major. And it should be Rebecca Kirkup or Tamar Levin, and it is the latter. Tamar Levin coming on. Another youngster. Played quite a few games last year under Gareth McPherson, particularly at the start of the season. 17 games and 1 assist in her maiden campaign, the QAS product, Queensland Academy of Sport. Brisbane just struggling to clear their lines at the moment. Mariah Lee trying to get a part of it. Mia Corbin out wide. It's a big ask of Sian Fryer, who does keep it in play and keeps going. Sian Fryer doing oh so well. Fryer delivering. And Annalie Grove able to hang on. And Sian Fryer did so well to keep that in play and keep going. And it just didn't bear the fruit she was after. Here's Levin. Holgerson. It does go the way of Adelaide United. Now there'll be a bit of time added on for both injuries here. Kaya Stevenson still getting treatment on that far side. Once again, wish her a speedy recovery. Hopefully nothing major. Brisbane have had quite a few big injuries. 3 players currently out with ACLs. As here's Tamar Levin. Contact from Sasaki. And in fact, it was Ella Tonkin. There'll be a throw in the way of Brisbane. Has to be now if they are to do it. Time is running out. Here's Condon. Sasaki. Jenna McCormick. She's had a sensational game this afternoon. Exactly what Brisbane needed at the back, and that is full time here at Suncorp Stadium, and rounds out an exciting round of Liberty A-League action. Brisbane Roar still without a win under Alex Smith after 2 games, but they do get their first points. It is all square at Suncorp Stadium, after 99 minutes. It is Brisbane Roar 1, Adelaide United 1. And 2 first-half goals were all we got here at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane Roar's first game here in 4 years. Mariah Lee opening the scoring. A fantastic solo effort. Composure from the American. Rounded Jordan Silkowitz and slotted it home to give Adelaide United the lead, her second of the campaign. Brisbane Roar did bite back. Tamika Yallop, Ishinori playing a key part of it, but Leah Scarpelli delivering, and Mia Corbin punishing Adelaide United. And what a game did Annalie Grove had, made so many saves, couldn't keep that one out, however. And the second game of the doubleheader here at Suncorp Stadium comes to an end. Plenty of chances in that second half as well, it must be said. This one of the best for Rosetta Taylor. Brisbane not without their chances of their own. Sian Fryer was deadly all game long down that left-hand side. And a full moon here in Brisbane. And a good second half effort from Adelaide United to gain some control back in this game. That draw does put Brisbane up into 5th place. And it does put Adelaide United off the bottom of the table. A big game here at Suncorp Stadium, the Roar's first in 4 years. Make sure to tune in to Dub Zone and join us next week for another, or the week after I should say, for another thrilling round of Liberty A-League action. It ends at Suncorp Stadium. Brisbane Roar 1, Adelaide United 1.